Okay, let's do one more simple trig function together. And this time we'll be looking at the 42-foot side that is adjacent to the 38-degree angle down here on the left. So we're going to be solving for, let's just go ahead and get the angle out of the way first. So if we want to find that angle, I'm just going to take my 180 minus 90 minus, I have 38 degrees here. So 90 minus 38 leaves me with 52. So theta, simple enough, 52 degrees. All right, let's use the SOHCAHTOA for the remaining values here. So my perspective again is this 38 degrees down here because that's what I'm going to be putting into my sine, cosine, or tangent value. And I'm going to have to choose, am I going to solve for B, which is the opposite side, or C, which is the hypotenuse? So let's go ahead and go for B first. So I have my adjacent, and I want my opposite. Opposite over adjacent, that's going to be tangent if we're using the SOHCAHTOA. That's the TOA. So tangent of 38 degrees, because that's our perspective, equals the opposite, which is B over adjacent, which is 42. So to cancel out the 42, I'm going to multiply by 42 and multiply by 42 to do the same thing to both sides. And that gives me 42 times tangent 38, which will give me my B. So 42 times tangent 38, and that gives me B equals 32.814. And we're dealing in feet. So B, we have that, 32.814 feet. Next, we'll be looking at the hypotenuse, which is C. And to keep us from doing any unnecessary rounding errors, since I did round the 32.814, let's go ahead and use our known value again. So we're going to be using another adjacent, but this time we're going to be looking for the hypotenuse. So if I'm looking for the hypotenuse and adjacent, that's going to be the cosine, CAH, cosine of 38 degrees equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So cosine 38, my adjacent is 42, but I'm looking for my hypotenuse. Now this time we have the unknown value on the bottom here. So rather than multiply by 42, that's not going to do much. If I multiply this side by 42, that's just going to give me a bigger number. I want to cancel the 42 so that I can get the h by itself. But the easiest thing to do here is going to be to multiply by the h on both sides, which is going to cancel the h out on this side because it's on the bottom of the division symbol here, which will make it harder to solve. And then the other side, it'll bring it up to the top. So now I have h times cosine 38 equals 42. Now to get the h by itself again, I'm going to divide by both sides the same value, which is cosine of 38. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, cosine 38. These will cancel out. That leaves me with h equals 42 over cosine 38. You can just type this in, 42 divided by cosine 38, and that gives me 53.299. So C, the hypotenuse, 53.299 feet. So to check our work, we can go ahead and use the Pythagorean theorem for the sides that we have. Since I have all the sides, I can take a squared plus b squared equals c squared, which would be 42 squared plus 32.814 squared, and take that answer and find the square root, and that gives me 53.299, which is what my hypotenuse is. So our work checked out. Our math was simple enough for the 52 degrees because all we did was the 180 rule. We have all our missing values here.